So I've got 10 things that you have to have in your gear bag. But then I'll also have one bonus item that you want to have. So stay till the end of the video and you'll see what that is. Hi guys, and welcome to my top 10 video of things you should have in your videography slash photography bag. Now, a lot of this isn't photography, but there are some things that you would probably use. And if you're a vlogger or a YouTube content creator, this is ideal for you. And I'm going to start with the most obvious one because it just makes more sense to do it that way. So the first one is a 5-in-1 reflector. Now these are amazing things because what you can do is, if you don't have a second or a third light and you just need to bounce some light around, say on a subject, what you can do is use this, and it comes with a silver side, a black side, and then if we unzip this, you've got a gold and a white side, and also this is another white side, but it's like a more reflective white side. And I'm just going to show you this in action. So if I just turn one of my lights off, okay, that's quite dark and that actually looks pretty nice, but a lot of the times you don't actually want to have a darker side on somebody's face. Maybe you just want to lift it up a little bit, or maybe you just need a second light just so it's not too dark. So what you can do, I'm going to use the silver side for this, and I'm going to just wiggle it around to this key light that I've got here, and you'll see that it's actually reflecting some light onto me. Compared to that, compare that to that. That actually just lifts it up a bit and makes it a bit more nicer. Now, these are probably some of the cheapest things you can actually buy for video and photography. And if you only have the one light, it's perfect. It just gives you another light source. So what you would do is put that back together. I can never do this. Alright, I'm just going to leave it out. Let me just put my light back on. So the next thing on my list is this lovely thing here. Well, this is just one of many that I have. These are clamps, and you can clamp these pretty much to anything. The reflector that I just showed you, you can clamp the reflector onto something. Now I'll just put it away so I can't actually show you, but basically you can clamp these to anything and you can wedge something in between. So just like that reflector, I could put that reflector, clamp it like this to a tripod, or I could clamp a gel to a light source, and it will work absolutely fine. The next thing is a way to clean your camera lens, and you can buy these in kits with other little bits and pieces. Unfortunately, I can't find my lens marker cleaner, but it comes with a few different items and that you can use to clean your camera, clean your sensor and other things. But just make sure you buy a good quality set, because it can be very dangerous using something that's very low par, and it will probably leave specks on your camera sensor, for example. So the next thing I want to talk about is power, and I don't just mean replacement batteries. So this is a Sony battery actually for my travel lights, and then I have these GoPro batteries with a GoPro battery charger. This is a 3-in-1 charger. Now the batteries last about 40 minutes to 45 minutes depending on what you're doing, and having extra batteries is a godsend. What you could do though is get yourself a really high capacity power bank. So the power bank makes them so portable that I can charge and go, and say if I'm going to another location, I can actually just have them to hand and just take the battery off and start using it. I also used this battery bank actually when I was trying to film something and I lost one LED light. So what I did was plug it in and fix this to the actual tripod, and it kept going for another 6-7 hours, and that was just brilliant. I normally don't get caught out with uncharged batteries before a gig. So the next thing I want to talk about is audio recorders. So get yourself one of these or something very similar that has good audio quality. Get a little wind muff for it, stick it on the other side of the room of where you're filming, and it will capture all the ambient audio, and you can use that in case you've done something wrong on the actual main audio on board your camera or on another recorder. At least you have another one. Set it probably even at the lowest that you can for that particular environment, and at least you can then bring up the levels at some point in post-production if you've found that you've either made a mistake somewhere or if the audio has clipped or anything like that. At least you've got a backup, and that is really important because audio is half the picture, as they say. The next thing I want to talk about is headphones. And always have these in your bag or even on your person, and basically make sure that your audio is coming through nice and clear without clipping. And where is it? Here we go. All you have to do is test it, and then you move on to the next device and the next device, and just as long as everything seems okay, you don't have to use these again. And obviously I can't talk about audio without talking about microphones. Don't use any onboard microphones. I know a lot of you DSLR and mirrorless shooters, mainly mirrorless shooters, because it's like you don't really want a big massive microphone. This isn't even big. You don't want a microphone on your camera, but these have better quality audio than the camera. The camera's built-in microphones, so it is better to actually have something that is actually made specifically for one purpose and one purpose only. And I would always recommend getting the best microphone you can afford, and usually if you can get a couple of them and put them either on camera, or what you can even do is get this and pop that in there, you can get some really good audio, and you've got a portable recorder here. And then what you can do is interview people even at a distance. Okay guys, so we've pretty much covered lighting a little, or bounce lighting, and I totally forgot that I carry these in my bag as well. So these are really small. Look how small they are. Well, there are obviously ones smaller, but these guys are brilliant because look at the size of this battery. This will last me at least 6 hours, and I've tested it. Trust me, I've tested it. And these ones are actually RGB, so I can change the color on these to whatever I like. And you've probably seen a review video that I've done, and that gives off some really good kind of tones to my skin, and in the video it just gives it a bit more dimension. I could do anything with this pretty much. It looks like I'm on the back of a like I'm walking down the street that's backlit on the side of my face, on the back of my face, should I say. But yeah, lights, get as many lights as you can, little ones, big ones. This size is actually pretty decent for what I need, because I can stick this also on top of a DSLR, and it will work the way I want it to work. It will give the effect that I want to give. And yeah, these ones are pretty good. These are made by Viltrox, so check them out. And let's get back into the audio. I actually forgot to record this bit. So, sorry guys. Blue tack. Now this stuff is brilliant. It's this lovely blue stuff. You can get it in white. You can probably get it in other colors as well as white and blue. And what it is basically just like putty. It's basically a putty style version of thumbtacks. Now you're probably seeing this everywhere, in schools, in corridors, in all sorts of places. So what you would do is work this up so it's nice and warm. Okay, and say for example you take a GoPro and you just want to mount it temporarily. Now this isn't just for GoPros, it's for other devices as well. And what you can do is stick it on the dashboard of a car, and this is how I've used it. So I have a bride and groom in a old-timey limo kind of vehicle, and I've put this, with the permission of the limo driver, I've put blue tack and the GoPro on the actual dashboard, and I've got really nice footage of the bride and groom, and I've also got good footage of the father of the bride just curling back his daughter's hair, just to show that, I don't know, it just looked really nice. It looked like a nice touch where the father was making sure his daughter was like ready for her big day, and it was just like one of the most best parts of that wedding video. And that to me means that this is just awesome. Look, it doesn't even move. You can do that, but again, it's temporary, so make sure you know what you're doing and what you're putting stuff onto. But it works, and it works really well. The number one thing that I would always want in my camera bag is this. This is a camera trigger. Now it also works in video mode, and if I press this now, it will actually switch this video off, so I'm not going to do that. But this is Amazon Basics version, and it works on all the Canon cameras that I have, and it's just brilliant. It's changed my life. There have been times when I've had two cameras working and I've had to go and look at all of them, and the Canon 4000D turns off every 15 minutes, and I would be like, why does it turn off after 15 minutes? That's not good. So having this and triggering the camera to be switched back on, I didn't lose a lot of footage that I could have used in my final edit. So that was really good for that. Okay guys, and now for the bonus. The bonus item that you need to have, you don't even have to have it in your bag, and that's the beauty of it. It is a bag. This is a bum bag or a fanny pack. Looks a bit odd. I can have extra batteries in here. I actually have some batteries in here, and I wear this throughout my shoot. I've also got so many pockets in this for different things. I normally put my GoPro here, and then any accessories like that in the top one here, the larger one. Okay guys, so I hope you found this very useful. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give me a thumbs down. If if you want to talk more in the comment section about other things that I use and everything else that I have in my camera bag, just put it in the comments below and let's start a conversation, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.